we go. There we go, very nice. What's up, buddy?
Hello fellow Tarnished, and welcome to the Tarnished training camp. In today's video we are going to have a first look at what a potential faith/strength build might end up looking like in Elden Ring. We're at level 20. Those are gameplay from the network test that we had. It was such a long time ago already. It was maybe 3 months ago, I think, 2 to 3 months ago. I can't believe the game is coming out in only 3 weeks from now, and maybe a bit less depending on when you're seeing this video. Maybe the game is already out and we're all having fun playing the game. And those are just some couple invasions, and I think this is the type of builds I will end up going with when I'll be playing the full game. I think there has been a lot of emphasis on spells this time around, and there's also probably a lot of different special weapon we haven't seen. Why faith and strength build? Well, the thing is that incantation have stepped up. Incantation is the new name for miracles, and if we're taking Dark Souls 3 as a comparison point, miracles were pretty lame. There was really a few type of damaging miracles, which were lightning miracles, which are all kind of the same thing. You would just throw a lightning. There was a couple of tries to make different type of miracles. You know, I'm thinking about the Kienzan type of damage, the same that Krillin is throwing in Dragon Ball Z, but Way of the White Corona, that's what's the name. And it was just doing no damage, you know, to people, which were really a shame. But this time around, the spells that we have at our disposal are very, very interesting. So in this gameplay you're seeing, you're going to see a variety of things, going from Close of the Beast. We also have Urgent Heal, which is a great healing spell that I am using, that you can actually use while walking, so you don't get that much healing out of it, but you can walk. The problem with healing back in the days was that you needed to be stationary as you're getting healed, but this time around it's a bit like a Crimson Flask, you know. And my theory is that in the full game, in the full release, spells are going to play a huge part. It might be a little bit too annoying, but it will be a shame not to use them, and especially since we have a broad variety of spells. The other type of spells that I will be using is Flame of Frenzy, which is like shooting laser beam that goes in every direction from your eye, and also the Roar of the Dragon. So yeah, there's a bunch, and those were just in the network test, so I'm guessing there's like so many more different spells that you can use. And so my point here is that you should never just rely on spell. You should always have a weapon to help you out, because at a certain point you will run out of mana, you will run out of FP, and without FP you cannot cast. So you need to, you know, use weapons to help you out once it comes down to the fight. Even though I'm a melee based type of player, I still want to have fun using spells. So yeah, this fight is about to end. I'm trying to cheese him with using Thunderbolt. The goal here will be to roll catching him, and then he gets the hang of it, but I'm going for a delay or one I'm able to secure the W. So GG to him. I got a little bit scared that this invader was going to kill me, and it was just fun, you know. We both have had our honor duels. This is another invasion close to a guild dragon, so that also one thing that I think people did not really take into consideration when talking about Elden Ring invasions. They were saying that we are going to invade a lot in the open world. That's going to be a big problem, because if the boss field is not there, which is not the example here, the boss field, which is the dragon, is still alive, right? So I can use it at my advantage in order to attract my enemies into him, in order to, you know, get some help, because I'm in a 2v1, even though those people are not really good. You cannot really underestimate them, because as of today, and we still don't know because we don't have the full game, people can blender you to death. Why do I mean by that? Why do I mean is that people can get you stuck into an infinite circle of stun lock. So once you get hit, you get stun lock for a certain time, but if you get hit and the other one time is attack exactly after the hit, and then the other one attacks you, etc, you cannot roll away and you will just die helpless. So that's something I really hope they're going to change in the main game. Another tip, when you're in a 2v1 situation like that, it's something I've learned from G9, is that you need to put more damage than they are doing to you. So this is a bit my goal here, trying to be very scarce into how I approach them, how I attack them, and I need to make sure I don't get hit, but I do hit them a little bit. Also, the boss field can hit you, which is great actually. He's not going to target you, so the boss fields are not going to go for you, but if you're in their way, if they, for example, the dragon breathe fire and I'm in his way, I will get caught by the flame, you know, and if he, you know, lunges at them, I will also get caught by it, so I need to be careful. Also, for some odd reason, the Beast Claw miracle incantation is not working in the water, so that was like really odd, but yeah, that was a thing. Also, you saw me earlier using some of the urgent heal miracle that I just talked to you about. Very helpful miracle, because again, the idea is to be smart with how you invest your resources. You know, it's really a game of economic at the end of the day, because you need to, you know, convert. You only have 2 crimson tier flasks. So how can you get more healing out of it? Well, you can use the healing, and those healing items take FP, but they take less FP, and at the end of the day you will get more bang for your buck at using urgent heal than using your crimson flask. So that's a little bit of a tip for you guys once you get into this invasion. I'm trying to attract them, you know, to the dragon, but they don't really want to move, because I think they are realizing that they're getting outplayed and they are a bit scared to move. And at the end of the day, in the open worlds like that, there are no goals, you know. They have to kill the boss, but what else do they have to do? Is the host wants to go somewhere. So this is a bit the problem with the open world invasion, in my opinion, and this is why I think the open world invasion are not going to be super fun. I might be wrong on that. We also need to see more tools that we can use in order to have a final idea on it. My point is that I was making a bit earlier is that people were taking open world invasion as if they were gonna be the big thing of the game, but I really don't think so. I really believe that most of the fun invasion are going to occur in the dungeon, the legacy dungeon. The first one we saw was Stormveil, but we couldn't really invade into Stormveil because we had a very small portion of the game, of the area that we could explore and we could use, but apparently this place is huge and we have a lot of different legacy dungeon, probably a lot, so we can invade in those. And in those, it's not at all open field, it's full of choke points, it's full of places where you can set traps, where you can retreat into the PvE if you're getting sick, if you're getting stuck. And I believe those will be the bread and butter of invasion. Yeah, that Phantom tries his best, you know, they give their best. You need to give them that, because they were really trying to go for me. They were not being too passive. I don't know what the host is doing, and you need to, that's also something that you guys will need to learn, for those who don't do it already, is to play unlock. You know, I know it's nice and easy to just press your R3 and to be able to just stuck into one person, but you need to unlock to be able to look around. You need to be able, so I'm finishing this Phantom, GG, and now it's just me and the host, so I was not able to attract them. But going back to my point of unlocking, those will help you improve, and these are techniques that are upgrading the skill gap, in my opinion. I saw a tweet from Vermilion this morning, and basically he was saying that he hopes that the Estes cancel and the move swaps are being patched out of the game. And actually, this is the least of my concern. The Estes glitch is not that big of a deal, in my opinion. Of course, this is just my opinion. And the move swap also, because you don't really see people using that much in combat, and if they do, it's actually, you know, quite hard to pull off, to do like a dagger move swap to a great hammer. Like, those are not stuff that everybody can do, and you know, it's a proof of high level hand dexterity. And I'm about to finish this host. Reno is also not doing that much damage, and I have the upper hand over him with having poise, and he doesn't really have poise because he has a light armor and no heavy, quote-unquote heavy weapons. Also, I believe we will see a lot of different technique that we can do for the twin blade. You know, if you're looking at my latest video covering the discovery from Kosorm with the feints that you can do with the curved sword, basically you're able to feint out of GG host. You're able to feint your opponent So that was it for the first part of the Faith Strength Invasion. Thank you guys so much if you made it this far. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe and comment. I answer to every comment and I'll be very happy to get into a discussion with you. I'm going to go over some other footage now that I lost. Yes, because you are learning a lot from your losses. You know, that's how you're able to improve as an athlete, as a player, as a human being generally. You know, avoiding mistake is really the goal of life, quote unquote, because you want to win, you want to succeed, you don't want to die. But as in games and in sports, you're able to analyze the mistakes you've done and trying to correct them, you know, afterward and train on them. So this is a bit what we're gonna do in this second part. So what do I know? Earlier I talked about being blendered away to death and not being able to escape. And those were one of these moments. We're going to see it in a minute. I'm gonna try to heal. I am missing my Estus cancel because I'm a noob. So I miss my Estus cancel. I get some health. I get hit by R1. The second R1 hit me. I cannot roll out of it. I still cannot roll out of it, and I'm getting R1 out of it, and I still couldn't R1 of it. So that's something I really hope they fix in the full game. So why did I lose this invasion? So I'm telling you already why I lost. It was poor management of my health. You know, I didn't heal. I don't know why I didn't heal. I had tons of tools that I could use to heal. I could have used urgent heal. I could have used my flask of Crimson Tears, but somehow I didn't do it. The reason why I didn't do it is because there is this trick I've used that I've heard a couple of invaders talking about, and I don't really remember who it was. It was that you know, the gankers, quote unquote gankers, are getting very thirsty when they see you weak, and that's what I was, you know, betting here, is that they see I'm lowering my health, I have less health and less health, and it makes them feel like they are doing progress on me. It makes them feel like they are going to do much damage to me and they are going to kill me. And this is what I'm doing here. I'm just, you know, not healing, trying to attract them. Even as I'm weak, I'm trying to attract them into the PvE, you know, into the enemies. That was the trick that I was doing. But I think I got a bit too confident, and I didn't, you know, I really underestimated this guy. I was like, I'm so good, there's no way I'm losing, you know. And you need to be confident, but you need to not be too cocky and too arrogant, and this is a fine line to walk. So as you see here, I have tons of I have a Crimson Tier, I have tons of FP. I could have taken any time to heal, but somehow I'm still trying to fight these guys even though I'm almost one shot. These guys have pulled out the Great Lance, which was the best weapon in the network test, had hyper armor, tons of range, swipe attack. I mean, that thing had it all. Really poor balance here, kind of scary for when the full game releases, if you want my opinion on it. And yeah, I could have healed, but I didn't do it, and yeah, I'm just losing, and I'm getting like L1 wiggles. This other invasion, I also lost it. The reason why I lost it was quote unquote because it was unwinnable. What do I mean by that? The reason was that these guys were good, they knew what they were doing. You can see the host has the full crucible armor, which was the best armor. He also had tons of health, so you know, he knew what he was doing. He was a good player, he kind of understood the game, the mechanics behind it. The Phantom behind was kind of just spamming his spell, but he was also very good, especially at the end. We're going to see him doing something that made them, you know, gave them the W. Here I'm able to get a repost, and there's a blue spirit. I was so surprised and happy to see the blue spirits because I didn't know you could get blue spirits, and this is great because we are going to see automatic summons, and I'm sure we'll have some sort of automated invasion like we have with the Eldritch Faithful Covenant, like we have with the Farron Watchdog of Farron Covenant. And yeah, there'll probably be different, you know, areas, maybe something similar to what they have on PC, you know, the ashes thingy that makes you invade anywhere that there is invasion available. That'll be awesome if we could have this feature in the full game. So here I'm getting peppered away, and slowly but surely my health is being taken away from me. We have like two of them. casting the Thunderbolt, Ashes of War. We also have the blue throwing like the fire dragon at me, no, the orange, and it's just like, what, like this is tough in open world, no help from the PvE, there's not much you can do. I'm getting ready to bounce using the bloody finger. So the bloody finger is a new item that is much very, look at this situation, like that's what I meant by unwinnable. Like, what am I supposed to do? And if you go back to my mage discussion video, like imagine they have a mage, like imagine in that thing that they also have someone peppering me with like some crazy soul arrow bow kind of thing. Like I'm fucked. I'm using the urgent heal, really a great spell. I'm sure we'll have many other healing item, you know, passive regen kind of thingy. So I'm just, you know, the more I think about Elden Ring, the more I'm excited for it, the more I am, I don't know, all of my night I'm just like, oh, 24 more days, 23 more days, you know, 21 more days. I'm just so excited. Like, we've been waiting for Elden Ring for so long, for a new PvP Souls game. Like, since 2017 Dark Souls 3 has been super dry, and finally we have some news, we have some things we can do. Here I have no idea where the blue went. Those guys are really good timing their attack, so I might get blundered away, so I need to be really careful here. And really, I don't have a plan at this point. I'm just like, okay, I'm just fighting, you know, to fight, and there is nothing else I can do, and this is what I like to do, going against 2 or more people and trying to find a way to secure the W. Hopefully the orange doesn't do too much damage to me. The yellow is has pretty weak damage. I'm more scared of the hose. Here's the blender. You see I got hit like 4 times and I couldn't do anything. I couldn't roll out of it. I think this is the part where I'm using the bloody finger to kind of to, you know, find some peace, and you're going to see it happen very quickly. This is also a technique that I use called make them scared, you know, make them fear you, because if you just run away, it's a bit like a dog that is chasing after something. If you see a dog that's growling at you and you're running away, the chances of the dog to run at you and to kill you and to eat you alive are very strong. But if you stand your ground, you know, the dog will think twice before rushing you. So this is a bit the same thing here. Like, even though I'm running away, I am attacking them. I'm able to pull out the bloody finger. So this item is a god save. I mean, imagine in Pontiff Gang City if you had the bloody finger. Think about that. Imagine if all of this situation, when you had 3 people running at you and there's nothing you could have done, you could have an item that teleports you directly into a safe place. So this is what I'm doing here. I'm repositioning. I'm able to find them using the compass. If you look on the top middle of the screen, you have this little yellow sign that tells me where they are. You can also listen to your surrounding to find them, but the fact that you're able to have a visual mark that tells you, okay, here they are, is saving everyone a lot of time. And once you get close to them, and you can also use the bloody finger again to get teleported closer to them in a safe place, you know. And I mean, just that makes you think about how much they've dived and improved the invasion mechanic. I know many people were complaining about invasion. Oh, invader don't have enough, the host has too much advantage, invasions are too hard. Well, this is also why we do invasion, but this time around we have a lot of great tools. So this is where I lose this invasion. I'm trying to fight these 2 dudes. I know they're a bit they're like me, they've been drawn into a fight that lasted forever. I have no idea what the fuck the blue spirit went. I'm trying to peppering them using the Thunderbolt. Ashes of War, it works. The host is not moving, I don't know why. I'm out of FP, I'm out of Crimson Flask. I know this is my last stance. I know I have no chance to win because, you know, these guys are not half bad. And I'm just, you know, I'm just going to fight, and something that the yellow is going to do that is going to sign my death, we're going to see it very quickly, is that he's going to use a spell that is called Holy Secret Ground, that is making a circle around the host, and not around the host, but it makes a circle on the floor, and in this circle they are regaining health and they are getting more defense. So once he pull out this incantation, or is it an Ashes of War? I think it's an Ashes of War that you can put on a shield. I knew I was done, you know. I knew that was like the end of the world, the end of the journey for me, as we say. And yeah, I'm getting peppered. Really, not much I can say to defend myself. Here is the Holy Sacred Ground. They have more defensive, they stay in this, they regen health. I know, like, this is it. I'm still trying to fight, you know, because I'm not a big pussy. And GG to these two dudes. Honestly, they fought really well. I'm able to break his... That guy was abusing shield a lot, and that came back to another topic, that shields are very, very strong. And the kick mechanic just didn't do it because it was way too telegraphic. Maybe if you hard swap out, you know, you hard swap into unequipping your weapon and kicking, that could be a solution. And I'm getting finished by the Thunderbolt. GG to these guys. Thank you guys so much if you made it this far into the video. Again, if you've made it this far, GG to you. Thank you so much for your support. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. I answer to every comment, even the mean ones. And in the meantime, I see you guys very soon in the land between. Love you all.